What's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? It's your boy JFlood201, and I'm back to react with all of you guys. We're gonna make this one a quick one. So yesterday, the news broke that over Saturday night there was a shooting at a Chick-fil-A in Union Township, New Jersey. You know I like to cover New Jersey news. I got my ear to the street when it comes to New Jersey. Sorry, I just took a shower, so I don't know how to really style my hair right now. But we're going to just jump right into it. So there was a shooting in Union Township, New Jersey. I got a couple theories. We're going to watch the news clip. Then I'm going to give you guys my theories. And we'll talk about it in the comments because I got to bounce. All right. Let's jump right into it. I'm glad that everybody's here. I'm glad to make a reaction again. So thank you for tuning in. Again, this is JFlood201. If you'd like to support the channel, you can make a donation on Cash App. Or you could just like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends about it. Check out some of my other live reactions.
Breaking news in a New Jersey town where police respond to a shooting at a busy fast food restaurant. Good evening, I'm Alan Devlin. Thank you for joining us here tonight. Police are releasing few details about the violence that broke out just before 9 tonight, but we do know now police responded to reports of a shooting at the Chick-fil-A on Route 22 in Union Township, and officers are still on scene trying to determine exactly what happened. Naomi Ruckham is live on the scene with these breaking details. Naomi, what can you tell us at this hour?
Well, Alan, right now there is still a large police presence out here, several police vehicles and officers who are going in and outside of this Chick-fil-A. We can tell you that officers here responded to a shooting, and that's what led up to the scene you can see here behind us. Traffic now down to just one lane as police continue their investigation, which has now been going on for hours. Radio chatter describes the potential injuries out here.
I've got an unconscious witness. I've got one shot in the face, and I believe 2 in the leg.
Again, we are still waiting for police to confirm more details, but I did speak to a man at a nearby restaurant who told me his girlfriend works inside. According to the girlfriend, she says a group of men came into the store and went directly behind the counter where they fired multiple shots. Police on scene have not confirmed any of this information, but another person who we spoke to is a Lyft driver who was driving by and heard the gunfire. He came back to see what happened, and this is what he told us.
I feeling like a trip in Lyft.
What did you hear?
Oh, no, I've seen this guy's
like a shot.
When you were just driving by and you're...
Yeah. Lincoln accent is so heavy.
Another family member who has been out here waiting for their loved ones to come out. A large presence. There are family members out. A family member who has been out here waiting for their family to come out, who's still inside the building, told us that there was some sort of altercation inside and that a couple people who were shot were employees at this Chick-fil-A. Now they've boarded up and closed off so you can't really see inside, but earlier this evening we could see the employees inside speaking with officers. Again, we are still waiting.
All right, so I'm just going to give you guys a quick breakdown. The witnesses outside said that they saw 2 masked men enter the Chick-fil-A and start letting off shots after an altercation began inside the restaurant. Okay, that's from witness testimony from other news clips I watched. All right, on the same channel, same CBS stuff. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that the shooters wore masks, so they were not trying to be identified. This was not necessarily like a crime of passion. This was to some degree premeditated. All right. The other thing is that you heard it here on this news channel. They said they shot employees of the Chick-fil-A. All right. So the employees of the Chick-fil-A either knew what was about to go down because they're being targeted in the sense, and that's what the altercation was that erupted. Like, and it could be like gang related. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this person's beefing with this person. I know they work at that Chick-fil-A. Like, let's go shoot it up, right? Or what I think, and this is just, you know, this is just rumor mill stuff. There's absolutely no real news sources. I have no real news sources. This is, again, not a real news source. Okay, this is just a theory that I have, okay, until we get more clarification. This was some sort of gangland shoot thing, right? Because we've seen a lot of that stuff been going on in New Jersey recently. Or this could be a politically motivated attack Now, the left wing is not known for having violent, like I'm gonna be honest, all that stuff that you see on Fox News and Trump talking about left-wing terrorists, that's all pretty much BS, right? It's all bullshit. But not all the time, right? The Student Democratic Society blew up a building when they were trying to protest the Vietnam War back in the day. We've seen shooters like Luigi Mangione, right? Shoot the healthcare CEO. We've seen the attack on Charlie Kirk, right? Charlie Kirk was a jerk, right? He was a total, not a great guy in terms of the things that he said. Some of the stuff that he stood for, I think a lot of people agree with, and I think a lot of people feel for the guy, because who wants to get shot over you saying things on the internet? However, everybody knows, maybe you don't know, Chick-fil-A has a lot to do with right-wing politics. They make large campaign donations to right-wing politicians, okay? They're active in the Christian community. That's why they're closed on Sunday, all right? So, former CEO Dan Cathy, the son of Chick-fil-A's founder Truett Cathy, drew ire in 2012 when he told Christian publication The Baptist Press that he believed that the biblical definition of the family unit was the only definition, signaling his opposition to marriage equality. Okay, so he's against gay marriage. He's against LGBTQ, right? A decade later, in 2022, a transgender woman sued the owner of the franchise in Georgia for firing her over her gender identity and her ignored repeated reports of sexual harassment. If I could be honest, if I own a Chick-fil-A, I'm not hiring a transgender person anyway, because of course they're going to end up suing you. And that's not, I don't think that's a wild statement. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody knows that the founder of Chick-fil-A is like a really big Christian guy. Anyway, so we got, is it a politically motivated attack? Is it a gangland shootout? All we know is that there were two assailants. They brought guns. They fired up the place. They wore ski masks, so it was some sort of premeditated attack. We're going to find out more to come in the hours and days that have followed this horrific event. Prayers go out to Union Township, New Jersey. My name is JFlood201, and I'll see y'all.